Now you're going to review the Culminating Writing Task Organizer. Go ahead and open the Culminating Writing Task Organizer. Notice it's arranged similarly to the organizer that we used when we were reading Frederick Douglass's autobiography. The claim should include the theme you choose and the element or device Bradbury uses to develop that theme. Reason 1 and Reason 2 should explain how Bradbury uses the element or device to develop that theme. Reason 3, the counterclaim, should acknowledge another element or device that is important, but then explain why the device or element you chose is more effective in developing the theme. So Reason 3 will include your counterclaim and your rebuttal. You should use the anchor text theme tracker to prepare and plan for the writing. You've already identified devices and elements, located text evidence, and explained how the devices and elements connect to themes in this handout. Now you're going to complete the following sections of the organizer: the claim, Reason 1 and Reason 2, and evidence and reasoning for Reason 1 and Reason 2. You will have 16 minutes to complete the activities on the slide. So now we're going to focus on how to write a counterclaim and rebuttal. I want you to notice the example in the text box on the slide. One could argue that characterization is most effective in developing this theme because many of the main characters, including Montag, Faber, Granger, and even Beatty, recognize the importance of books to the society. However, without the element of irony, the reader may not see the contrast that Bradbury uses to emphasize how important and controversial books are. You include a counterclaim and rebuttal in an argumentative essay in order to recognize an argument your opponent might make and then refute that argument or explain why it's wrong. To write the counterclaim, think, what might someone who disagrees with your claim say? So in other words, that's the part that's not highlighted. The one could argue that information. For this essay, it would be best to think about another literary device or element that someone could argue more effectively shapes the theme you chose. So you're going to be looking for another literary device or element that exemplifies or explains the theme that you chose. Now, to write the rebuttal, you're going to think about how you would argue against this person. For example, however, without the element of irony, and what happens as a result if you're not talking about irony being the most important. In the example on the slide, the author is writing about the theme that books are an important and controversial part of society. They're arguing that irony is the element or device that most effectively shapes the theme. They recognize that characterization also develops the theme in the first sentence. That is the counterclaim. Then they explained why irony was more effective than characterization in developing this theme in the second sentence. That is the rebuttal. So now you're going to complete the following sections of the organizer: Reason 3, which is the counterclaim, and the evidence and reasoning for Reason 3. You're going to share your counterclaim and rebuttal with a partner, and then answer the guiding questions for your partner's counterclaim and give feedback to your partner. In other words, what might someone who disagrees with your claim say, and how would you argue against this person? You will have 12 minutes to complete this activity. I've listed the partners on the board. Now you will complete the conclusion section of the Culminating writing task organizer. You will have 5 minutes to do so. Now, with the same partner as before, I want you to discuss your writing task organizer. You're going to share feedback with your partner on their organizer. So you'll read your partner's organizer and provide feedback, and then they will do the same with yours. For homework, you will complete a draft of the argumentative essay. You will need your copy of Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, your anchor text theme tracker, and your Culminating writing task organizer. Congratulations! You have completed Lesson 31 in the first half of the writing process for the Culminating writing task in the Fahrenheit 451 unit. In this lesson, you expressed your understanding of how Bradbury uses literary elements and literary devices to develop themes in Fahrenheit 451. You also organized your ideas and developed claims, evidence, reasoning, and counterclaims for an analysis essay.